Hi, my name is Chikna Gandhi. I'm a Senior Solution Architect at AWS and I work with our customers design secure, scalable and innovative architectures. Today, generative AI is transforming many industries and I would like to share few key points around how do you ensure your teams use AI securely. In this video, I'll break down 5 key preventative controls you can implement using AWS service control policies and resource control policies to enforce governance on your generative AI workloads. On the agenda today, I'll start by looking at why preventative controls are critical in this space, balancing innovation with controls to avoid risks. Then, I'll go over the controls available in AWS, service control policies and resource control policies and how they differ in scope and enforcement. Next, I'll share top 5 preventative controls for generative AI workloads on AWS. These are practical, high-impact controls you can start applying right away. Finally, we'll wrap up with getting started, giving you clear next steps so you can begin implementing these controls in your own AWS environment. Today, generative AI is revolutionizing how business operate, from automating customer service to generating code, content, and insights. But while the potential is massive, so are the risks. Today, many companies are asking critical questions. How do we control what data is used in AI training and prompts? How can we enforce responsible use of AI services? How do we prevent shadow AI, cost overruns, potential bias, or even compliance violations? The answer lies in preventative controls that are built into your AWS environment to stop the risky behavior at the source, not just detect it after the fact. In next few slides, I'll cover few ways you can implement those controls using AWS native policies. To give you an overview, service control policies are authorization policies that define maximum permissions an IAM principal can have within your AWS organization. For instance, you can use an SCP to prevent a member account from leaving the organization. SCPs can be applied at different levels, including the organization root, organization units, or individual accounts. We also have resource control policies that are preventative security controls designed to establish a data parameter and restrict external access to AWS resources at scale. For example, an RCP can ensure that S3 buckets are only accessible by principals within your organization. Like SCPs, RCPs can be applied at the organization root, OU, or account level. And both policy types are available to AWS customers at no additional cost. To summarize, SCPs manage access for IAM principals and RCPs manage access to the resources. While SCPs and RCPs can function independently, they are most effective when used together. Combined, they help enforce consistent controls on both who can access and what can be accessed, creating a robust data parameter around your identities and resources. On next few slides, I'll explore how you can apply these policies for generative AI workloads. Based on what we have seen with customers, 5 preventative controls rise to the top for generative AI. Let's go through them one by one. Let's start with the first control, restricting workloads to only approved AI services. Not every service may meet your organization compliance, privacy, or security requirements. By implementing this control, you can ensure your teams use only vetted services. For example, Amazon Q, Amazon Bedrock, or Amazon SageMaker. All other AI services are blocked unless explicitly approved. This keeps experimentation aligned with governance and reduces the risk of accidental use of unapproved technologies. The second control focuses on accidental cost. Some GPU-based instances like PNG families are powerful but can be expensive if you are not using them correctly. Without limits, the developer may spin this up for experimentation, leading to unexpected bills. By enforcing an SCP that denies creation of those instance types unless specifically allowed, you can manage cost more effectively. This ensures GPU resources are used only for legitimate, high-value projects. The third control is about compliance. Many organizations have strict requirements for where their data and workloads can live. Within an SCP, you can deny access to generative AI services outside of approved AWS regions, say US East 1 and US West 2. This ensures workloads stay in line with residency and regulatory requirements while keeping deployment consistent across the organization. The fourth control protects your most sensitive asset, your data. S3 block public access is a safeguard that prevents data from being exposed to the internet. Allowing someone to disable that setting, even by mistake, can create massive security risks. By applying a resource control policy, you can deny attempts to modify S3 block public access unless done by a privileged role. This ensures your AI training and inference data remain secure. The final control addresses the model selection. Not every foundation model is appropriate for your use case. Some may have licensing and even better fit for unrelated use cases. By restricting access to only approved models that can be invoked, you ensure your workloads can rely on only vetted models that align with your organization standards. This helps enforce responsible AI usage while still enabling innovation. For more examples of using RCPs and SCPs to enforce preventative access controls across your AWS organization, please pause this video at this point and scan the QR code on your screen to access the helpful documentation. Thank you.